happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is episode 166 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I am joined as always by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How are you tonight, Mara?
I'm good.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I guess we know how you're doing tonight.
I'm alive.
Yeah. My heart's beating.
Yeah. We'll take that as a win for now. We'll take the rest as it comes, right? Yeah.
See how it goes.
Right. However, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the Arrowverse on CW. You know, Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman, and Lois. All of them. You know. Did I say Legends? Legends of Tomorrow. Did I say Legends? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, whatever. That one too, if I didn't say it. But yeah. That's what we're here to talk about. So let's talk about those. We got three of them this week. We got Supergirl, we got Legends, and we got Batwoman. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the series finale.
Wow.
Of Supergirl.
Interesting. We have a series finale that normally in most cases would be like, yeah, we'll save that for last because that's the big story. Like, no. Mara wants to get that over with. So, yeah, we're going to start with Supergirl because honestly, I understand. I want to get it over with too. So, it's just...
It's like, don't try to play me like this.
The whole
I know,
season, I was just like, is it over yet? Yeah. All season, I'm just like, is it over yet? And then I'm just like, last week, I'm like, oh, next week's the finale. Yes. It's 2 hours. Fuck. Oh, man.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was like, are they doing when I first saw that Supergirl was on twice, I was like, is one a rerun? And I was like, fuck. It's 2 new episodes.
Yeah. And I feel like they did it on purpose. I feel like that was purposely just to piss us off.
I feel like all of them always have like a 2-hour finale now, or except for like Black Lightning. I feel like they were just like, nope, 1 hour.
You niggas get 1 hour.
I don't remember. I'll have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure
if you know, write in the comments. Yeah, because Arrow had technically like a 1 hour, but like I feel like it also stemmed from like Crisis, right? Like,
it was. Arrow had a 7-hour finale that lasted like for 6 shows and spanned across multiple CW shows, and then
because it was the OG.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying that's what happened with Arrow. Like, it's just.
I feel like CW likes to do 2-hour series finales, clearly, except for Black Lightning. So I don't really expect a 2-hour for Batwoman either.
Too much melanin.
But I hope so. We would hope.
But the blonde white girl got 2 hours. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So what was this episode? It was 2 separate episodes, right? What were there?
Yes.
Did they have
the first half? Ones? The first hour is called The Last Gauntlet.
Okay. And the second hour, because I'm not about to distinguish between the two. So.
Oh, okay. Kara.
Okay. So yeah, this whole thing kicks off. Turns out Nia can use the dream totem for them to be able to find the destiny totem somehow, because totems are a thing on this show. It just still bothers me because it's different from the totems that we talked about on Legends. And it's just Why did you call them totems then? You could have called them something else. Like,
Or totems from Crisis.
were they called totems there too?
I think so.
No,
Or
they
were
were
they
called
called?
paragons.
Oh, okay. I was just like, weren't they also called like that in What's the Face 2? I was like, they just really
Yeah,
love the
yeah,
word
yeah.
totems.
Yeah, they were the paragon of truth and the paragon of love. And
Okay.
yeah, that was a different thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my point though. They could have called it something else, but they chose to call them totems, and it's a bad choice. Anyway, apparently Lex left the recording for the Super Friends after he killed William because he's the worst. He wants to trade the totems they have for the kid that he took because he kidnaps children. And
Esme.
yeah, her. Place he wants to meet is in a dead zone where no magic or tech works because somehow that's a thing. And apparently the
Something
Rose,
happened there before.
yeah, something. Do you care? I don't.
No.
The rose that's on the back of the kid's neck is starting like to lose its petals and shit. So clearly it's a thing where the rose petals go away, the totem is no longer there or some shit. I don't know. But Nixie won't hurt the kid to get the totem. And Lex is like, we gotta go ahead and do what we gotta do. And she, Nixie ain't with that shit.
Yeah. Kind of
Mama,
tries, it's like they kind of try to humanize Nixley a little bit to be like, she has some kind of value.
yeah, like she won't hurt kids, like that's her thing.
Like, great, but still good choices.
Right. Then we got Mama Luthor shows up and she's talking to Lex and blah.
She pretty
blah,
much suggests
blah.
that he should drop Nixley.
Yeah.
And while that's going on, Nixley tries to do this spell with Esme and it doesn't work, and more petals fall off of the totem tattoo on Esme's back. And I was like, damn, how many times have y'all tried this now?
Too many. This could have been a 1 hour finale. Like it really could have. But anyway, we got Nixie. She's her hanging out talking with the kid, trying to get there to get the love totem out of her, failing miserably.
She's trying to gain her trust.
Yeah.
And not doing so well. She told her a really horrifying story about her father trying to slit her throat. And it was like, why do you think that's appropriate to tell a child?
Yeah. How do you think that's going to get the kid on your side? Like, does that make sense to you? All right. What are you
doing? None whatsoever.
More happened in this show, and I'm just like, why am I still talking about this? Okay, so anyway, Kelly goes to find Alex, and Alex is clearly not okay because this kid that she just got last week means everything to her. That's her entire world, even though she just met her like a week ago. What? She don't know that kid? It's true. Yeah, the kid's cute, but you just met her.
It's her baby.
Yeah, she was adorable and her story was sad, so you wanted to make sure she was okay, but you don't know her like that to be this broken up right now. Like
that's her homie.
Yeah, I got homies too.
That's her little personal shorty homie. I don't know what to tell you. Can't explain it to you.
I guess. What else happened? Oh, we got Supergirl and Sentinel's arguing about the Destiny Totem because Sentinel just like, yo, I'm gonna just take this shit and I'm gonna give it to him because yeah.
Oh yeah, they found it, and then when she went for it, Alex was like, we gonna pay this ransom for Esme. And Kara is just like, but what about what they will do? And she was like, how certain will you or that you will save Esme. And it's like, how, like, this isn't the time and place to be kind of having this kind of pissing contest.
My thing is, no, I'm not sure, and neither are you. And guess what? If I'm wrong, the consequences are far less dire than if you're wrong. So you, Alex, go sit your ass down somewhere.
Yo, when she just let her walk off, I was like, she really could have stopped. When she was like, "You can't stop me," I was like, "But you could." She really could.
And honestly, there's a whole lot of that that's happened this entire season when people like are just trying these folks, and it's just like you realize I could end you if I felt like it, right? Like it's like the
She could
whole
have just
thing with the satellites. We'll get to that in a minute because that pissed me off too. This whole thing was just anyway. Um, then we got Mama Luthor, meets Nixley and gets in her head and all that about Lex being completely selfish and all that kind of shit. And that's when we get to Supergirl and the rest of the Super Friends talking about how they can supercharge her with some satellite shit. Um, also, Lex is he's gonna like, you know what, fuck this, I'm going after the love totem. And Nixley sees it, gets all pissed off, and protects the kid.
which then gives her the love totem.
Yeah, that wasn't meant for you. Yeah, she gets the love totem from that for some reason because
She was showing that she had all this love for Esme to keep her safe. So they were like, haha.
because she wasn't okay with harming a child. She all of a sudden has all this love in her. That just sounds like decency. Is that all it takes to get the love totem is decency?
I don't really think so, but I guess when you're a fifth dimensional imp, it don't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, she gets all pissed off. She gets the love totem and she just leaves Lex. Then we get time for the exchange. It's totem time. Lex shows up and just starts blowing shit up because Lex. And here's where
Does that
I'm.
kind of shit.
Yeah, but here's my confusion. So Supergirl's doing the satellite supercharge thing, right? Apparently that's causing a problem. Like what's happening there? How is this hurting people?
Yeah, so I didn't understand why it was like, because everyone's watching what she's doing, all these accents are happening. But I was really just like, I don't really see how you can do all this, Car, when they just told you how devastating this would be to the planet if you do this.
How was it devastating to the planet?
Because they said something about something was going to happen to the sun. You decharge the sun.
They're not
How do we?
decharging the sun. They're just focusing the sunlight on her.
But that was what Brainy was telling them. The risk was that it would take the sun 6 months to recharge if they did this plan.
I missed that part. That's why I was
And
confused. I'm like, how is this harming the planet? What's happening here? I missed that. There may have been the part where I was like, I'm over this. Why am I still watching this? So I missed that.
yeah, Lena was trying to tell her, she's like, that would reject, like, you think about what happened if the sun was to go out. Essentially, was what they were telling Kara before she was like all gun-ho to do it. And she was like, I'll fix it. And it was like, how do you fix it? How do you put it back? Like I was just like, well, Lena said the perfect line is you're playing God with everyone's life because you can't control who will survive that. Like,
and my whole thing would have been well, you know what? You're right. I just won't do anything. And I'll let Lex do what he's gonna do. You tell me which one is better.
neither one's really better, but I really feel like the sun one would just end up ending the earth anyway. I don't feel like Lex would end the earth. He just don't want the aliens. and complete control. But
you're right. So if that was the case, see, this is one of the reasons why I couldn't be Superman / Supergirl any with them. I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. I'll leave y'all to it then. I'm leaving. Like this just would have been that. I would have just left because there's a whole planet full of my peoples out there, with my mama and everybody. Like I'll go back to the planet that my mama living on, and I'll let y'all do what you gonna do.
actually, I'm surprised that they didn't show that or mention about them in this. Like a bunch of other faces came back, but
Mama wasn't coming.
she said, "Nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm chilling. We're waiting for you and Kayla to get your senses together."
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, if I'm Superman, Supergirl's powers, either one of them, then like people keep trying me like that. I'm like, you know what? You're right. You got it, and I'd leave. Because I'm not doing this over and over again for you to be like training missiles on me and shit all the time. Fuck you.
Yeah. So Kara, just stops doing the sun shit because she realized she's scaring everybody, and it's
even though when they were like, you'll be like, you got 6 seconds left, and the time when they had that exchange about it, and she's like, okay, we gotta stop. Like 12 seconds went by. Like she could have been done already, but it was just like, we not okay. You had to get that speech in though, huh? Because he's
this isn't right.
Yeah, in the time it took you to say this isn't right, we have to stop. The 6 seconds went by and you were done. Like it's just. And this next fight coming up would have been a whole lot easier. But no. I mean, if you're gonna do it,
save the planet.
I'm saying if you're gonna do it, then do it. Anyway, then we get the Lex fight. I definitely made a note of this. Like, yeah, this would have been a lot easier with a supercharged Supergirl. Lex and Nixley are going at it back and forth, basically just tearing the planet apart, draining people with their parts of the totems that they took, because there's somehow the totem split into 3 pieces. Sure, reasons.
I was like, are they fighting each other or are they just like Uh-oh.
Okay, you're back now. You say were they fight each other or what?
What? Just gallivanting.
No, they were fighting, and they were also like draining everybody of their like energy and shit to get stronger to fight each other.
Yeah, everyone was like those medicine commercials where people turn gray and then all of a sudden
my head went to Pleasantville, but yeah. Or
I'm sorry.
No. Oh, you never saw Pleasantville?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I like made a little note here because I didn't understand, why do Lex and Nixley look like reptiles?
Yeah, I didn't really understand that either, but I did also make a note of like their faces changing.
Yeah, getting all reptilian. I'm like, why is that happening? What's going on here? And I didn't have an answer.
Mama Luthor was fatally injured, which then she died, telling Lena to acknowledge her power.
Yeah, she knew about it all along. And it was like, yeah, you're a shitty person. I feel like she knew that though, so it's just.
As long as she died knowing that she was a piece of shit person.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Supergirl giving a speech to the rest of the Super Friends, like, we need to be partners, not heroes. And they're going to use the All-Stone piece to empower the whole world. Lex brings back a bunch of old bad guys, but then Mon-El and Wynn and Jimmy all come back. And then here's...
Yo.
Like...
Tell me you don't care without telling me you don't care about anything.
It's like Lex, like, yeah, I'm gonna bring these phantoms out now. Like they didn't even beat Lex. Lex beat himself. I'm like, oh, this is what we're ending with. This is what we're doing. This is what you came up with, huh? Like our heroes didn't triumph. Lex just did some stupid shit.
Because the moment he opened it, I was like, for fuck's sake, Lex, why the Phantom Zone?
It made no sense. None. There's no reason why he would have done that. Of all the things he could have done.
They turned him or they changed him a lot. They like made him do like a complete 180 in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he went from like someone who could never love anyone else but himself to like just making dumb mistakes like that.
Yeah, and they literally took away what was good about Lex Luthor in this series. Like it was just like he was the best part of the show because of being Lex Luthor. And you put him in this and he's no longer being Lex. And it's just like this isn't fun. Like
this isn't it.
Yeah. And I can appreciate somebody trying something, but this one shouldn't have got past the writer's room. Like,
especially not for the finale.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the last thing of Lex will ever see again.
Yeah. Yeah. And then here's another thing. It's just like the emotional part of this. The big emotion was at William's funeral. We just met this nigga. So like, if you wanted us to come together and be like, oh no, and be sad at somebody's funeral, you needed a core cast person. Like you had Wynn come back. Like Wynn should have died, and we can like be sad at Wynn's funeral. If you want us to care at a funeral though, because William died and I couldn't have given less of a shit. I just didn't care. Turns out the president wants to bring back the DEO
and let them do it their way.
Yeah, because apparently the president realized we are not equipped for this, so
we don't know what's the right way up.
Yeah. Then Monel's going back to the future now, and it turns out he's he's never returning again. And it's like, okay, I didn't know you returned in the first place. So, then Brainy said he's leaving to rejoin the big brain, and that was it. There's 3 weeks later, and Kara gets a call from Cat Grant. She's once again calling her Kira and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, she bought back Catco from Andrea. She wants to hire Kara as editor-in-chief. Kara's still not all too sure about it. Then the wedding happens. Jimmy gives Kelly some kind of super watch thingy, apparently, so they can always be there for each other. He never really said what it actually does, but apparently it's something for that.
It's for us to imagine.
Yeah. Then Brady shows up at the wedding because fuck the timeline. And
and he was.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
that's essentially what he said.
He said the TV 14 version of saying fuck the timeline.
Mm-hmm. Then we got a duet with Kara and Wynn.
I was gonna say that speech he was giving to Nia. I was just like, damn, Brady's speaking that spit tongue, that love tongue.
Mm-hmm. Like you taking the Legends approach to the timeline right now, dude. Like you just like, yeah, fuck it.
Oh my god, I can't talk about the Legends.
And it turns out, like Kat says that she knows Kara's Supergirl. I feel like we knew that Kat knew that Kara was Supergirl already.
Okay, thank you. Okay, because I thought I was fucking bugging.
Yeah, and I'm like, we knew that she knew already, right? Like I thought that was
the thing when she left, like when she was working under the White House. I could have swore when she came to Supergirl that time, she had mentioned that she already knew.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she knew. Like, wait, we knew that she knew.
Or did they just allude to her knowing? But either way, we've been known. For like 3 seasons now. We've known.
Yeah. That's what I'm just like, why do they try to make this seem like such a big deal? Like, were we supposed to forget?
And then she said the thing with the glasses, and I was like, I told y'all guys that those stupid fucking glasses don't do shit.
As Cat Grant said, like, no shit. Anybody paying attention would know.
She tells her that she should integrate Kara and Supergirl, and she tells her she's not ready yet, or she doesn't think she's ready yet. And Cat's like, this is fucking boring. Just do the shit already. Is essentially what she said.
Like, I ain't got time for your nonsense. And then Kara and
oh, we need to stop because now look.
Yeah, Kara and Lena do whatever they talked about, and then there was the goodbyes, and the car flies away, and Kara takes off the glasses.
They give each other a pep talk.
yeah, because whatever. Kara takes off the glasses and just leaves them on the thing.
For good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so that's a thing now. And then
I was like, is she gonna turn back around to the crowd and like Alex is gonna be like, or is she gonna be like, yeah, I'm Supergirl?
Some kind of acknowledgement, something. No, not at all. Not at all. That's basically
gonna be like, Kara, are you sure? Yeah. Oh yeah, they just when I thought that Alex and Kelly were going away on a honeymoon, we're at Kara's apartment later on, and they're having a game night, and Cat Grant on billboards introduces Kara as Supergirl, and that was the end.
Yeah. And that's it for Supergirl.
Forever.
Never have to watch that show again.
That's really what I said when it ended. When the S came up, I was like, and that's over forever.
Yeah. And it's just like, there were times when it was just like, it was so good. Solid storytelling, culturally relevant, all that good stuff. And then this season happened. And just like, what are you doing? Like, you put actual phantoms in the Phantom Zone. Like, it's supposed to be a void of nothing. Like, you can, wait, they do what? Oh, now the Phantoms are in the, oh, okay. Anyway, whatever. Supergirl's over with, done with, kaput.
This is now our third series finale on this show.
Arrow, Black Lightning, Supergirl. Is that it? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. And then later on it'll be Batwoman too.
Yeah, Batwoman most likely is next.
Do you think there's a chance that Batwoman will get another season, even though they've already said it was going to end after this one?
Well, they never officially said it was ended. They just haven't said there was going to be another one. I'm surprised every time Legends gets another season, honestly. But this thing, I don't hate Legends. It just is what it is,
But I think because that just fits the CW so well. So it's just kind of like, I get surprised every time they get renewed, but at the same time, I was like, they are never going to cancel this fucking show because there's so many ways they can keep fucking shit up.
They can just randomly put them in some random setting all the time because that's just what the show is. So it's just, as long as they have ideas for random places they can be for no fucking reason, they'll keep doing it. Like having them stuck in the 1920s, it works. Take away the wave ride. Now they have to do something else. I get it. That's why I'm just like, ugh. How so many others not make it and this one does? But again, I don't hate it. It's just, like I said, it is what it is. Legends is Legends. Speaking of Legends.
Since we're speaking of Legends, let's go ahead with Legends.
Yeah. What was this episode called?
It's a mad scientist.
It's a lot of mad.
4 mads.
Damn. You mad, bro?
Quadruple mad, bruh.
Big mad.
Huge mad.
Big mad. You know. Anyway, so the episode kicks off with Gary and the Legends arriving in New York. And I say Gary and the Legends because Gary's the only one that's there in person until he opens up the mansion for him to get out. Nate and Zari stay behind in the mansion to work on the Hoover bot. That sounds like a sex thing. Newsstand guy recognizes Sarah and Ava and shoots Sarah just right in the gut with a shotgun. And just like, really, dude? Like, you just
and
out.
Then right. I was just like, I see that New York is even more gun happy in the 20s, in the 1920s, since we are currently in the 20s of the 2000s.
In the 2020s. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just realizing we're in the 20s of the 20s.
The roaring 20s. Yes. And why must they roar the way they're roaring? Anyway, so they're like, all right, we got to find this time travel dude. Apparently,
wait. We just not gonna glaze over that he one shot her and then she healed in front of all those people in public. And then Bayrod also then publicly wind from his his air totem.
Yeah, we are. Like, you want to know? The
entire time.
You know why we're just gonna glaze over that? Because they did too. Like, it was never mentioned again. There were no consequences to that whatsoever. So yeah,
I was like, all the ways the timeline is probably being alternated by this, with everything that these people are seeing and hearing.
So yeah, they got to find the time travel dude, whatever his name is. I forgot already.
Dr. Davies.
Yeah, Doc Dave.
Played by Constantine.
Yeah, it's Constantine. They keep saying he looks like somebody, and they always keep naming somebody that's not Constantine. It kind of makes me chuckle. Like, it's just like, really? We just go say everybody but Constantine. Okay.
I was like, come on, guys. Really?
Like, he looks like Ray. He looks like a young Stein. Like, no, he doesn't. That's Constantine.
He looks like John Constantine.
Is he secretly actually John Constantine?
Yo, I was thinking that. Find a way to get him back on the show.
He's like, he was looking for his long lost love, and that was kind of a thing for him. So,
hey, maybe that's who he was. Maybe that's a version of him that's reincarnated.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's one of them things where he's like secretly trying to undo what he did before so he can have Zari back. Who knows? We got Gideon, Astra, and Spooner. They're still walking. A, luck thing. They get a car, they get a ride, whatever.
Astra creates a lucky rock spell. And I was like, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. But then that's not how it goes. Yeah, and they tend to
actually lucky. Yeah.
Create their own luck.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Sarah steals time travel dude's plans. Edison.
And then realize it's going to take like 5 years to build the machine.
Yeah. Edison is who he works for.
Thomas Edison.
Yeah. Thomas Alva Edison. Edison has time travel dude put in a mental institution because he thinks he's out of his mind. Which, in order to invent time travel, you got to be a little off, It's just
right. Something's got to be just not all there.
Yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's necessary though. Let's see. Then Nate has this idea about Zari Prime, like, yo, you can be in the mansion the whole time and not be in the totem, and you can still exist at the same time because time and space don't exist here. So boom.
Mic drop.
So like, all right, time machine. We gonna use the time machine because it has to have its maiden voyage. So we gonna turn that shit on. And as soon as Belrod turns it on, Ava and Gary disappear. It's like, oh, bad. That's bad. I guess
I
we need
was
the
like,
actual
oh
guy to do it.
shit.
Yeah, we need the actual guy to do it. So Sarah goes into the mental institution to get him, and he's being difficult. Zari
Which was
reprogrammed
fucking
Hoover.
crazy. I was like, do you want to stay here?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, then yeah, with him not wanting to get out of the mental institution because he's not logical. Then we got Zari. She reprogrammed Hoover to be nice and shit to them and all that.
Because his original programming was to kill the legends.
Yeah, yeah, and be racist.
Yeah.
So then they go into Edison's office to get all of the time travel dude's plans back, and there's a whole kerfluffle because Hooverbot explodes right in front of Edison, and that was too much for Edison to handle. He has a heart attack and dies.
Yo, that shit had me weak. And I was just like, y'all just gonna keep killing people.
Yeah,
and I was
keep
like,
killing these important historical figures because Okay.
Yeah.
But then Zari has a talk with Nate because he's just like, yo, I definitely want to, like, have us be able to live together and all that. But I want you to live with me in the totem. And I'm like, wait, what?
I was like, is that even feasible?
He's like, I've met a whole community in here, but like other people are in the totem. Wait,
I was like, since when do you have since when do you have a community in there?
Yeah.
I thought it was just you.
I require explanation. As long as it's not just me that's missing something here. Okay.
No, I felt like, I was like, maybe I forgot something. Maybe I missed something.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we both missed something. Maybe we're both forgetting something. If we are, tell us in the comments because
right.
I'm
Let
lost.
us know. At me for this one.
Yeah. So time travel dude, he's back. He turns on the time machine. When he does it, Ava and Gary come back. But then Astra and Gideon, like, oh no, we got to stop them. We have to stop them because it's going to blow up and they're going to all kill themselves and shit. Astra does this lightning thing. Here comes Gideon. She runs into the building. Apparently she's able to get them to stop, and the Astra lightning thing works. Apparently they need a different kind of chip to make the time machine work that's inside Hooverbot's head. And so they get it, they use it, and they end up in the wrong place. Look like they're in the land of the lost, but we'll see. Did I miss anything?
Find out. No, I don't think so. Okay. They were trying to go to Tahiti, and wherever they ended up, it's not Tahiti.
Should have gone to Aruba.
That's probably what Mick would have said.
Yeah, that's what Mick would have said. Exactly. You should have listened to Mick and go to Aruba. You don't want to go to Tahiti. Bad things happen in Tahiti.
Do they?
Yeah, man. Ask Agent Coulson.
Oh, right.
But yeah, that was Legends. So, Batwoman?
Let's do it.
All right. What was this episode called?
A lesson from Professor Pig.
So this episode kicks off, at least I think this is how it kicks off. Batwoman and Alice were investigating the murder that Montoya think was done by Catwoman. Well,
Yes.
with Catwoman's whip, I mean,
Yeah.
turns out it's not Catwoman's whip. I was like, this ain't the whip. It's breaking and shit. That whip
She
don't break.
said this whip is a fake, broke
Yeah,
ass bitch.
yeah, yeah. Then apparently Ryan is invited to a dinner party by Jada. Also, something's going on with Mary. We find out later on what's happening there. But
Yeah. I can't wait to watch that evolve.
yeah, yeah. So Ryan brings Sophie as her plus one to the little
Dinner
to the
party.
dinner party. Weird chef dude is doing some shit. Like clearly there's something up with this dude. Um, Sophie is trying to plant a bug in Jada's office, but she gets greedy and starts trying to get pictures and shit because of her
You know
sister.
what I'm saying? I was just like, why
You already,
are you going through more stuff?
yeah, you already
You
planted the
have a
bug.
bug in there.
You'll get all that
Just
information from
plug
the
the
bug.
bug,
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
plug the bug, get out.
Plug the bug. Yes.
Plug the bug, get out.
Marcus shows up to the dinner party. Sophie gets caught snooping because she was being, just getting extra.
Right.
Then we got
And it's just
us.
kind of like, I hate when people use a line like, oh, I got lost. And it was like, and you stepped all the way into the study.
You got lost all the way upstairs, but the bathroom is downstairs. You went up the stairs and into my study. That was you getting lost. You passed up 3 bathrooms on the way there. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like how? Like I can understand like just opening the door and being like, oop, wrong room, but you somehow made it all the way across the room.
yeah, that's when you pointed like, it was such a huge house. I was curious. Something like that. That's more feasible than I got lost.
Mm.
Um, Montoya and Alice, they're talking about the whip. Turns out Montoya has this obsession with Poison Ivy. Find out later on because they used to bump uglies.
Mm-hmm.
We got the awkward
All
family
these,
dinner.
all these lovely lady twists.
Yeah, yeah. Got our awkward family dinner happening. Marcus, brought this girl home. What was her name?
Zoe.
Yeah. And she's like psychoanalyzing everybody at the table. She's like, I
Because
gotta go to
that's
the
like her
bathroom.
dissertation for school.
Yeah, she goes to the bathroom and crazy chef kills her in the bathroom.
In a pig mask, which
Yeah,
then shows you it's Professor Pig,
yeah, yeah,
one of Batman's nemesis.
yeah. Not a very well known one, but he's like, hey, well,
I know him from the
Gotham.
Batman. No, from the Batman Arkham Origins game.
Oh, yeah, I did remember seeing him there. Well, I didn't. Did I play Origins? No, I didn't play Origins. No. Played
It's not
Asylum. I
bad.
played Arkham City. I played Arkham Knight. Never played Arkham Origins.
It's not bad. It's like it's a prequel
Mm-hmm.
game, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Professor Pig was in Gotham also.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch Gotham past season 1, so
Yeah, yeah. Good. Good. I'm happy for you actually, because
thank you.
that was one of those shows I watched at the end out of spite. Like it was just like I'm just not letting this show beat me. That was really all it was. Um Turns out this chef is just pissed off. He poisoned or paralyzed everybody with the wine. Jada
Oh
apparently
yeah, the
fired him.
paralytic.
Yeah. Apparently Jada fired him or told somebody else to fire him, or somebody else decided to fire him because he made shitty food or something. I don't know.
And pretty much he lost his family and all that stuff. And it's just like it just seems like you were already at that point and this was pushing it over the edge.
Yeah. And it sounded like you got fired because you weren't great at your job and you couldn't handle it. Like,
Yeah. I wouldn't go so far to blame.
Yeah. My thing is, if you hired somebody to cook for you, if your food's not good, you're gonna, like, I don't want you to cook for me anymore. Logic. Like,
Exactly. Like we move on, you get another job somewhere else, refine your skills. Bye.
exactly. Let's see. So in the midst of all this, there's a little scuffle. Ryan gets a good cut on his leg and shit, like stabs him in the leg. And she's like, all right, we got to get up out of here. I'm gonna go find old girl, which we already knew she was dead, but they don't know that. So she goes looking for
You know
old
what's
girl.
crazy? When he killed her, he was hacking at her. And then when they showed her, she really just had like one
One
area
stab
that was
wound. Yeah,
red.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, did he miss like the other?
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, she finds a dead body. There's a panic room. Marcus starts having a seizure up in there because he drank more, so he had more of the paralysis stuff.
So his body's just like,
Yeah. Jade is like, yo, we need an EpiPen. We got some
which
for
is
my
down in
husband
the
in the
basement.
basement. Like, the exact opposite direction from where we went. Yeah, it's down there.
And it's right next to where this nigga is over here making a bomb in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah. So Ryan's like, I'll go get it because who else is gonna get it, honestly? Bunch of crazy shit happens in there. Turns out, she's able to get the EpiPens. There's some scuffles and all that, and Jay like, get away from my daughter, blah 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 blah, all that shit. But yeah, everybody gets an EpiPen except Jada because they just like fuck her, and I understand why. Then Marcus actually ends up killing the chef, and he does it very, very,
Brutally.
very brutally, savagely. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I wrote savagely stabs pig.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you mad, bro? Like, clearly, you pissed. So yeah, all that's over with. Ryan goes back to talk to Jada. Apparently, something's wrong with Marcus. He
Yeah, it reminded me of that movie. We need to talk about Kevin. We need to talk about Marcus.
So yeah, he apparently Joker did something to him with his little hand buzzer thing right on the head, fucked him up, and ever since then he's just been not right. That boy ain't right.
This sounds so horrible to experience.
Yeah. Apparently he killed his father. Like that.
Oh yeah.
Like that nigga dead. Like he's like, oh, where's your EpiPen? Oh no! And you're watching the shit. I'm like, did you kill your father?
Yo, little psychopath. When he over here melting the ants and shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of kids did that. They didn't grow up to be like murderers, though.
Whatever. That shit's crazy.
Like I never did that, but I know kids who did. Like I don't think they murdered people. Let's see. But yeah, she's like, yo, I'm trying to put him on ice until we can figure out a way to fix this crazy motherfucker now. Like he's just he ain't right. Like he got Joker head. Like not even full on Joker.
Joker got the last laugh on that one.
And like not even true Joker head because he don't even laugh. Like, whew. But then she tells Jay, like, yo, I need your help. And I mean, Jada tells Ryan, like, I need your help. And he's like, oh. Da, da, da. But that's Batwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till next week.
Yeah, man. Who's winning this week, though?
I guess Kara. Us.
I was about to say, I feel like I'm winning because I never have to watch Supergirl again. However, if we're looking like actually inside the Arrowverse, though, like, I mean, Kara's no longer hiding who she is. She's editor in chief of the paper at Catco. She might be winning.
I think she got some wins here.
Yeah. Who's losing?
Uh, I I feel like I could say Professor Pig.
Yeah, he did.
As
So
they could just lock. They could Marcus like killed him.
yeah. I was also gonna, propose that perhaps Lex is losing because he just owned himself this episode.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he sent himself to the Phantom
Yeah,
Zone.
yeah, yeah.
I kind of feel bad for Nixley, but at the same time, I also don't.
No, because she's the worst. Don't worry about
All
it. Yeah, that was fun. I think that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. So don't forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. That is at TheCreatia World. Also, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. You can also find me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Mar, where can they find you?
on Instagram and Twitter at Marta Shark, MARADASHARK.
Also, you can find me on no. What was I
You
gonna
can find
say?
a group for this face. You can find a Facebook group for this show at
Yes, that.
facebook.com/groups/super flashy era of tomorrow.
Whew, yeah. Also, if you're a fan of wrestling, don't forget to check out the Smacking It Raw podcast every week. They have a Facebook group as well, facebook.com/groups/Smacking It Raw. Also, do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Check us out. Creation Crew's playing Dungeons and Dragons now. Dungeons After Dark. Not your typical Dungeons and Dragons game. They're playing villains, so it'll be fun. Good fun. Um, what else? I think that's it.
That's it. You really covered it.
Yeah,
We'll see y'all next week.
we will. So until then, we out.
Bye.